It's everywhere. You can't run from it. Chaos. Biff, you know, the orange guy, is out here doing what criminals do. Mental illness is on an all time high. People are losing their jobs left and right, and racism is on the rise. You probably feel like the world is falling apart, like the sky is falling, and there's no hope for the future. But think again, because despite the madness, there are real leaders emerging. True black male leaders who are powerful, intelligent, bold, and deeply in love with their people. They're not just talking about change, they're making it happen. From Harlem to Burkina Faso, these men are balancing the scales and breathing life back into the hearts of their communities. And I think it's time we celebrate them. Who am I talking about? His Excellency Ibrahim Traoré and the smart guy. Let's get into it.
Born September 30th, 1988, a Libra, Ibrahim Traoré stepped into power in 2022 after leading a coup in Burkina Faso. Why? Because there were a lot of terrorist groups in Burkina Faso, and the people had basically lost faith in their government. The leader before him, Henri Damiba, had also come to power through a coup earlier that year, but he wasn't able to step up to the plate and actually solve the problems for his people. After the takeover in September 22, Traoré officially became president in October. He was only 34 years old, making him the youngest head of state in the world at the time. Since then, he's made some bold moves, like telling the French troops to get out of here and forming alliances with countries like Russia. Ibrahim Traoré is a strong leader who loves his country and his people. And don't get it twisted, he's taking no shorts when it comes to the future growth and prosperity for his people and his country. And the way I see it, he's changing Burkina Faso from the outside in. Here's what I mean. He's investing in roads, agriculture, and infrastructure. He secured new aircrafts for Air Burkina. He has an electric car manufacturing plant in Burkina Faso, as well as tomato processing factories. Judges now have to wear gowns made in Burkina Faso. Students now must wear locally made uniforms to help them develop pride in their culture and identity. Now, the Burkina Faso people have pride, love, and respect for themselves, their country, and their leader. Their hearts and minds have changed because of the growth and progress they see all around them. Traoré is creating an environment of abundance. He's given his people something to stand on. He's injecting pride, structure, and legacy from the outside in. Now, on the other side of the world, in Harlem, New York, we've got the smart guy doing something just as powerful, but from the inside out. The smart guy struggled a lot growing up, and a lot of us from the States can understand what he's been through, because a lot of us struggle with these same issues. His mother abandoned him and abused him. He was in and out of the system and went to jail.
It was tough. I mean, growing up, my mother, she had a drug addiction. My father wasn't there, and in and out of the system, shelters, group homes, drug programs, whatever. So I think early on it just was tough because every day I was trying to figure out how to survive, right? How to feed myself.
He hit rock bottom and found God in the box, which is solitary confinement in
Drag
jail.
me out of Southport box and put me in another box under Southport box. Then they put me on the loaf. Yo, bro, the loaf is you get a piece of bread, 12 slices of bread, and one old musty head of cabbage, right? And that's all you eat for 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, they give you a new hard-ass piece of bread and a new piece of cabbage, and you got no bed, and they turn your toilet bowl off. So you in a cell with no shower, no bed, and it's just a toilet bowl, but the toilet bowl is turned off. So that's when I gave up. And I said, if I make it out of this situation alive, the first person I come into contact with, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. And I laid on the floor, and it's crazy. I was going crazy, bro. I laid on the floor, butt-ass naked. Some cell smell like piss and shit. And I'm just laying there. And I just gave up. And that's when I gave up. And that's when God, and I say this all the time, that's when I felt like God told the devil, you can't have this one. And God intervened. And then I started having like premonitions, and I started having visions of what my life was going to be like. And it was crazy because I actually cried. I didn't cry in a long time. And God just made me cry. God just literally made me cry. And I'm laying on the floor like this, like how the fuck am I? It's like my eyes was like faucets. And God was making me cry. And it was like the scariest thing because I was like, I don't cry. Like, how am I crying? And it just scared the shit out of me. And I just let go. And all the pain, oh man, all the years, all the pent up, the things with my mom, my brothers, my everything just hit me all at once. You know, hit me all at once. And I broke down and I just asked God. I was just like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make it. I'm not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make it. And, you know, they say God only puts, you know, a burden that you can carry on your shoulders. I'm looking up like, yo, these shits gonna crack right now. It's a wrap. I can't. You put a penny on top of this load. You put literally a penny on. I'm dying. And I just felt like God gave me the necessary revelations and visions that I needed to see, and I just felt like I had a new life. I felt like I felt like I was reborn. I felt like, you know, my life had purpose, and then I immediately started praying. I finished my time in the box, inside the box, then made it back to the regular box, finished that time. When I got back to population, I just started reading, studying. I began that process of cultivating a new self-image that I saw of myself in my subconscious mind. And I began doing the necessary work to self-educate and develop myself.
And with God's provision, he rebuilt himself. Now, the smart guy is a rapper, a philanthropist, a boxer, an entrepreneur, and a thought leader. He teaches us that how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. He's out here decolonizing the mind and changing lives from the inside out.
So you got to understand, there's parts of Senegal that's really nice. Farmland, houses. Listen, hold on. Farmland, houses. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm not speaking from fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my own eyes, right? So I don't get into the details because we on camera. You know what I'm saying? But like, I talk from experience. Africa is amazing, bro. So that's why I was telling the homie on my live, like, yo, bro, you gotta go to Africa. Just get there. The food is different. Or bread. The food is different, bro. The food itself, like the chicken tastes different from American chicken. Of course. You know what I'm saying? So Africa has a younger government than America.
It's only like 6
so once we start getting us to think about this, right? I sold drugs, bro. My thing is, if I sold drugs, I did negative shit,
And I did. Why can't I do something positive? Why can't I say, okay, let's make Senegal lit? Why Dubai? Dubai was a fucking desert. Vegas was a fucking desert. Senegal ain't no desert, homie. Senegal wasn't no desert, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's showing us how to use our minds to escape the mental matrix and find true freedom. All is mind, and when you change the way you think, feel, and speak, your outer world must change, because that's how the universal law of mentalism actually works. Comment down below and let me know what you think about these two young leaders. Also, I think they look like they could be brothers. What do you think? Comment down below and let me know. These two kings, Ibrahim Traoré and the smart guy, are on the front lines. One is building new systems and structure on African soil. The other is rebuilding the minds and inner worlds of Black Americans and the diaspora. Different paths, but same mission: to uplift, educate, and empower our people. And if you're tired of feeling stuck in a country that doesn't value your life, your peace, or your growth, I've got something for you. It's called the Escape the States Guide. I created it for those of you who know there's more to life than just surviving in a broken system. From teaching abroad to house sitting to finding places around the world where your dollars go further, it's all in there. Because freedom isn't given, it's taken. After watching this video, I hope you feel empowered, encouraged, and excited about our future. And we also want to send our prayers out to Burkina Faso at this time. They're going through some serious trials right now. But in the end, we know that with the power of God and our prayers, they will absolutely overcome and be massively successful. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and send this to someone who's going through it right now, who needs some encouraging words, and who needs to hear that in the end, we win. This is Ronnie Light signing off, encouraging you to always go where you glow.